As the end of the world approached, Brahmaji felt drowsy and desired to sleep. Due to Brahma falling asleep, a natural disaster called Brahma occurred, causing devastation. At that time, places like Bhurloka and others were submerged in the sea. At that moment, the Vedas emerged from his mouth. Then a powerful demon named Haigriva, residing nearby, seized them using his yogic powers and took them to the nether world. The all-powerful Lord Sri Hari, aware of Haigriva's scheme, decided to incarnate as Matsya to thwart the demon's actions. A noble and a generous king named Satyavrat, a great devotee of Lord Vishnu, was performing penance by subsisting only on water. This same Satyavrat, known as Shraddhadev, the son of Vivasan, that is Surya, and became renowned in the current Mahakalpa, and the Lord made him Vaivastha Manu. One day, while performing Tarpan, that is water offering, in Kritamala river, a small fish was swept into the water he was holding. King Satyavrat, ruler of the Dravidian kingdom, gently returned the fish into the river along with the water. The fish, in great distress, addressed the compassionate king. "O king, you are truly kind to the helpless. You must be aware that the creatures living in the water often consume even their own kind. I am filled with fear of them. Why then do you return me in the river's waters?" The king Satyavrat was unaware that the fish was actually God in disguise, came to bless him. Nevertheless, he decided in his heart to protect the fish. Upon hearing the fish's distressing words, the king, moved by compassion, placed it in the water of his kamandal. The king brought the fish to his ashram. That night, the fish grew so large in the vessel that it outgrew its space. The fish then spoke to the king, saying, "I can no longer live here. This pot is too small for me. Please provide a larger place where I can live comfortably." In response, King Satyavrat transferred the fish to a larger pot. However, within just 2 hours, the fish grew by 3 hands' length. It then said, "O king, even this pot is too small. I can no longer live in it comfortably. Since I am under your protection, kindly provide me with the place large enough to suit me." Thus, the king continued to fulfill the fish's request, unaware that he was aiding Lord Vishnu in his Matsya incarnation. Satyavrat took the fish and placed it in a lake. Soon the fish grew so large that it filled the entire lake and took the form of a gigantic fish, its body surrounding the waters. It spoke, "O king, I am an aquatic being, and the water in this lake are insufficient for my comfort. Please protect me and place me in a larger, deeper lake." Following the fish's guidance, Satyavrat moved it to many larger lakes. So did the fish. Every time it grew longer. Eventually, they left it in the ocean. As Satyavrat placed the fish in the vast waters, the fish spoke again. "O valiant king, the ocean is a home to powerful creatures like crocodile that will devour me. Please do not leave me in these waters." Enchanted by the divine voice, King Satyavrat asked, "Who are you, that you have captivated me in the form of a fish? You have surrounded this large lake in a single day. Such power I have never seen in any aquatic being. You are indeed the Almighty Omnipresent and the indestructible Lord Hari, who has taken this form to show mercy to all beings." Satyavrat continued, "O Supreme Being, you are the creator, preserver, and destroyer of the universe. I bow to you. You are the refuge and the soul of those who surrender to you. Your incarnations serve the upliftment of all. I seek to understand the purpose of your this current form. Pleased by the king's devotion, Lord Matsya spoke, Satyavrat, on the seventh day from now, the three worlds will be submerged in the ocean of destruction, that is Pralaya. When the deluge begins, a large boat will arrive at your command. Inspired by me, you must board this boat with the Saptadishis, carrying the seeds of all living beings. The sea will be dark and only the light of sages will guide you. When the boat is tossed by fierce storms, I will appear in my fish form and will guide the boat by tying it to my horn. We will travel across the ocean, and for the duration of Brahma's night, I will carry you safely. After giving these instructions, Lord Matsya vanished. King Satyavrat, filled with devotion, prepared for the coming event. He sat in meditation and awaited the arrival of the flood. When the appointed time came, the sea began to rise and the clouds of destruction brought torrential rains. The earth began sinking and the king remembered the Lord's command. True to prophecy, the boat appeared. Satyavrat, accompanied by the seven sages, boarded the vessel, taking grains and seeds with him. The sages spoke to the king with love. O king, meditate on the Lord. He alone can save us from this crisis. Following their guidance, Satyavrat meditated on Lord Matsya. Immediately, Lord appeared in the form of gigantic fish shining like gold. The serpent Vasuki tied the boat on the Lord's horn, and the boat began to drift to the waves as Satyavrat with sages praised the Lord. King Satyavrat then said, O Lord, the ignorance of this world binds the soul in suffering. When beings reach your refuge, they are freed from this bondage. You are the ultimate Guru, the one who liberates us from our ignorance and grants us true salvation. The soul is trapped by the actions and the desires, but through your grace, the impurities are burned away, revealing the true self. When King Satyavrat prayed in this way, Lord Purushottam, in the form of a fish, swam through the ocean of destruction and imparted the essence of the self to him. He revealed the profound mystery of his divine form and narrated the sacred Purana filled with knowledge, devotion, and karma yoga known as Matsya Puran. Once the deluge subsided, Brahma awakened. Lord Matsya vanquished the demon who had stolen the Vedas and returned them to Brahma. By the divine grace of the Lord, King Satyavrat was transformed into Vaivastha Manu in this cycle of creation.